So let's talk about it. We got the QFC, we got the Cbdc, we got a lot of things happening. I mean, a lot of people have been distracted, whether it's a extension of a White House, whether it's a baby oil with the whole Diddy case. It's a lot of distractions happening, and I just want people to know that this is going to be the channel where we can actually get real conversation. Not only real conversation, but real information. A lot of people still don't even know what the QFS is, and that's unfortunate. But I'll tell you right here. QFS is the quantum financial system, and that is how a lot of things are going to be changing when it comes to currency. Now, back in 1970, we took the dollar off of the gold standard. I will play a video about that in the near future. But as of right now, the dollar has yet to be back on to the gold standard. But all of that's going to change within 12 months. So QFS, quantum financial system, we are now backing the dollar by something, finally. But you also have the CBDC. So a lot of things is happening, but before we go into all of that, let me show you exactly what QFS, quantum financial system, is, what it means, what it stands for, and what that means for you, more importantly, because honestly, the news ain't gonna talk about this. Honestly, like for real, for real. So I'm gonna tell you what it is, and I'm gonna want you to.
Welcome to the Uncle Dre Show.
Now, the quantum financial system, abbreviated as QFS, it emerges as a beacon of optimism in the financial landscape. It's aiming to dismantle the control and banksters wielded through the traditional central bank fiat monetary system. Now, this innovative system marks a departure from conventional norms, emphasizing autonomy and stability derived from tangible assets like gold, silver, platinum, and oil, no longer relying on mere paper and uncertain value. The QFS represents a paradigm shift towards secure and transparent financial freedom, prioritizing integrity and the intrinsic worth of assets over empty promises. Now, transitioning to the quantum financial system represents a monumental change in how individuals exercise authority over their financial assets. Hey, real quick, I hope you guys are enjoying this episode. But if you would like a Wealthy Child shirt for yourself, or if you would love to gift it to a friend or family, check out wealthychild.co and get one right now. And also, while you're there, check out one of the many children books on financial literacy, whether taxes, money, life insurance, the history of money, the future of money with cryptocurrency, NFTs, and much more. Also, check out the newest edition of the Money in the Bag. Whole bunch of rhyming poems that all teach your kids about money. Check them all out at wealthychild.co today, and let's get back to this episode. It's embodying true financial freedom and liberating them from traditional banking practices. Now, this groundbreaking system eliminates the need for cumbersome bank visits, deposit slips, and the limitation of fees associated with traditional institutions. Users are no longer bound by intermediaries, enabling unrestricted movements of funds and eliminating past constraints. With instantaneous access to up-to-date transactions, the quantum financial system empowers individuals to really take control of their financial destiny, ushering in an era of unparalleled autonomy and flexibility. In a digital world waiting for financial transactions to materialize, this may seem outdated. The delays are orchestrated by controlling entities dictating the pace within their systems. Now, this calls to challenge the status quo, transcend constraints imposed by the opaque system, and reclaim the inherent autonomy that digitalization should provide. So combining quantum computers with the blockchain technology backed by gold and silver represents the paradigm shift in financial transactions. This departure from conventional cryptocurrencies is not only a symbolic gesture, but a tangible transformation where smartphones become conduits of financial liberation. Through NFS technology, effortless payments at retailers become a reality, offering both digital and analog options. The fusion of cutting-edge technology and precious metals places financial empowerment firmly in the hands of the end user, signaling a transformative era. Hope that makes sense. And that's pretty much is the quantum financial system explained. Now, as always, this information was not free. The price that we ask that you pay is that you like, share, or subscribe, and be sure to tell a friend to tell a friend. And just like that, we'll see y'all next time. Yeah. So now I know about QFS. I'm about to tell you a little bit about CBDC, because CBDC is something that is the central banking digital currency. Now everything's going digital. Everything is going digital. Everything is going digital. Everything will be on your phone, from passports down to your money. So with all due respect, if you don't know about CBDC, you need to. And I'm about to tell you all about it right now.
It's important to consider the potential impact that this could have in the economy and society as a whole.
Welcome to the Uncle Dre Show.
Hello and welcome to today's channel, today's talk. Today we're going to be discussing the digital dollar and the central banking digital currency, or the CBDC, and its impact on the economy and society as a whole. Firstly, let's discuss the Federal Reserve's work on the digital dollar.
President Biden issued an executive order to explore the creation of a U.S. central bank digital currency, effectively converting the dollar into a centralized digital currency.
You see, the Federal Reserve has been researching and exploring the possibility of creating a digital version of the US dollar. Now, this would allow for faster and more secure transactions, as well as greater financial inclusion for those who don't have access to traditional banking services.
The Chinese last month unveiled the world's first digital currency from a major power. Currency that would not be printed, but would exist only in cyberspace on your phone, for example. Is the Fed working on a digital dollar?
We are actually evaluating that. Most major countries are now looking at the possibility of having a digital currency and really asking the question.
Now, one interesting aspect of the digital dollar is the possibility of money expiring. This means that the digital currency will have an expiration date, much like a gift card. This will definitely incentivize people to spend their money rather than hoarding, which could help stimulate the economy. China's already doing it with the yuan. Now, what exactly is the CBDC? The central banking digital currency is a digital version of a country's currency that is issued and backed by the country's central bank. It is important to note that the CBDs are different from cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, which are decentralized and not backed by any government entity. Currently, many countries are already implementing their own CBDC.
What if I told you 90% now of the world's central banks say they're investigating a central bank digital coin?
For example, China has already rolled out its digital yuan, and many other countries are in the process of developing their own CBDCs. In the US, there are already digital payment systems in place, such as Venmo and PayPal. However, these digital dollars will be different in that they'll be backed by the Federal Reserve, making it an official government currency. But before we dive into the next segment, here's a word from our sponsor. I want to take a moment to talk about the importance of financial literacy, especially for families. It's a topic that isn't often discussed, but can make a significant impact on our lives. And that's why I'm excited to share our sponsor for this video, a company called Children of Wealth that produces excellent resources and tools for families to increase their financial literacy. So without further ado, let's take a look at Children of Wealth and what they have to offer.
Enter the new world of reading and welcome to the Children to Wealth Academy, where each enrollment is equipped with a virtual reality experience that takes you inside each page of the book. You will learn super engaging financial cartoon explainer style books. Zero financial education or business skills are needed. Children to Wealth books are perfect for family and friends, religious organizations, public schools, charter schools, trainers and presenters, private schools, nonprofits, and much more. You can use Children to Wealth to improve your financial vocabulary, saving mechanism, college planning, eating diet, financial history, business strategies, and much more. Engage your kids, nieces, and nephews better than ever before with financial literacy cartoon animation books, and do it all with little to no financial education or business skills using the brand new Children to Wealth Academy. Special limited time offer, 90% off, one-time price, no monthly fees forever. Grab the special Children to Wealth offer while it's still available and pay no monthly fees forever. Not sold separately.
And according to city reports, it's estimated that there will be $5 trillion digital dollars circulating by the year 2030. Now, this is a significant amount of money, and it's important to consider the potential impact that this could have in the economy and society as a whole. However, there's a significant amount of skepticism and lack of trust when it comes to the government's ability to handle this implementation of a digital dollar. In fact, according to surveys, most Americans don't trust the government to handle this properly. This lack of trust has led many people to turn to alternative forms of digital currency, such as Cash App and cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. However, it's important to consider the potential downsides of relying solely on these alternative forms of digital currency. For example, these currencies are not backed by any government entity and are subject to market volatility. This means that the value of the currency can fluctuate rapidly, which can be problematic for both businesses and individuals. And it's important to note that the exploration of CBDCs is not limited to just a handful of countries. In fact, 114 countries representing 95% of global GDP are currently exploring the possibility of issuing a CBDC. This shows that the move towards digital currencies is a global trend that is not limited to just a few countries. Federal Reserve's focus on digitizing the dollar is not just about creating a digital version of the currency.
If you love this Wealthy Child shirt and you want to get one for yourself, check out wealthychild.co, wealthychild.co. And also check out the Money in the Bag, which is a fun, rhythmic book that's really poetic and it rhymes. That's a kid's book that teaches about credit, life insurance, a whole bunch. Or check out Stories About Credit. You have a story about life insurance, also stories about real estate, and much more. Over 30 books that teaches kids and families about financial literacy, real estate, life insurance, credit, taxes, and much more. Check out wealthychild.co, wealthychild.co. Get you a shirt, get you a book, and let's get back to this episode.
It's about creating a true digital currency that is not reliant on digital claims or IOUs, which is a system that we have today. This is why it's important for the Federal Reserve to explore the possibility of a CBDC, as it will provide a more secure and reliable system for handling digital currency. You see, now when you send money by Cash App or Venmo, banks then use a third-party bank to verify people's money, which is needed to add that additional layer of security and trust, because you're not really sending the money. Now, that is important for maintaining the integrity of the financial system. Now, while cryptocurrencies do offer a decentralized system for handling digital currency, it's important to consider that the government needs to have some level of control of the money supply to maintain economic stability. So the CBD would give the government complete control of the supply of money, which is good for maintaining economic stability, which we are already doing now by the use of quantitative easing, which we have seen during the pandemic, when the government flooded the economy with money by buying mortgage-backed securities and treasury bonds. And currently, the Federal Reserve is also able to strengthen the money supply by the use of quantitative tightening, which is the same thing in reverse by selling off assets, which was seen by the bailouts of these recent banks. Now, one of the benefits of the CBDC is speed, as it will allow for quicker and more efficient transactions. It could also potentially help with taxes, as the government could have direct view of people's income and make adjustments accordingly. However, there are also potential downsides, such as the possibility of increased surveillance.
So what the central bank digital currency is all about is surveilling Americans and controlling behavior of Americans. And how do we know? Because we've seen this happen in other parts of the world.
The ability to freeze assets and the potential for expiration dates on money, which will discourage saving. Now, it's important to note that this may sound like a conspiracy theory, but it's not. We don't have to look at China to see how this is coming. In fact, we can look back to 1933 when President Roosevelt gave people 1 month to give up their claims to gold. Now, what is crazy is the penalty for not doing so was 10 years in jail and a fine of $10,000 or $183,000 in today's dollars. In conclusion, the exploration of the CBDC is a global trend that shows no sign of slowing down. While there are potential benefits to a digital currency, it's important to consider both the pros and cons before moving forward with implementation. Ultimately, the goal should be to create a system that is secure, reliable, and benefits society as a whole. Thank you for joining, and as always, this information was not free. The cost that I ask that you pay for listening is that you like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, and subscribe. See you guys soon.